Now can't still hear. This thing has a 10 seconds delay. It's working now. Now. Okay. All right. I think I'm seeing I'm seeing Jimmy Carter. Jimmy, you're welcome. You're welcome to tonight's class, tonight's Forex training. Oh wow. Welcome. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Favor. I can see Favor. Good evening. Please confirm you can hear me properly and confirm that you can hear me loud and clear and confirm that you know there are no obstructions to hearing me. All right. Okay, very sharp and clear. Oh, good. All right, that's good. That's good. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We have a couple of people joining the call, joining the training. From so I'm just putting a few things in order while we entertain them. So for those of us that are currently, I can see I can see Joshua Namani. I can see Sam Oluwatosin. All right. Um, so I'd love to know. Tell me where you're joining from. Tell me where you are. Tell me where you are joining from. Where are you streaming from? I'd love to know where you guys are connected from. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Um. Okay. All right. So let me know where you are connected from. Where you are connecting from, rather. Okay, I'm seeing someone connecting from Jos, Nigeria. Wow. Okay, that's Sam. Sam is connecting from Jos, Nigeria. Okay, I'm seeing someone from Akwa Ibom, Ikeoluwa. Please, in case if I mispronounce your name, bear with me. I'm seeing animation. Okay, Lagos from Ebonyi State. I'm seeing. When we checked the records, we could see that there were quite a lot of people joining from certain regions. Certain region. I'm seeing. Okay, this person joining from Kogi. Okay, Kogi, Abuja, Kwara. You are hungry for this knowledge. You guys are not joking here. You are not joking, honestly. You guys are really desperate for this knowledge. All right, that's a good one. I think we have 16 persons. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have 16 persons online. Um, we have over 70 persons on the group. So plus or minus, I believe that there are some persons that are also going to join us um, very soon, right? So if you're just joining, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you're connecting from. I really want to know where you're, connecting from. Yeah, and then I just want to, welcome you specially. All right. So for those of you that have never seen me before, you've probably just seen my flyer. You see what I look like on the flyer, but you've never had the opportunity to like really, this is your first. I don't know what this is. This is your first contact with me, right? So my name is Bright for her, and I'm based in Lagos. Okay, I'm based in Lagos. I'm a graduate. I studied communication. I think communication is one of the best courses that anybody should study. I studied communication, so I'm a graduate of communication, and by God's grace, I also hold a master's in communication. So I mean, and it's been an amazing journey. So primarily, this is just a little background of myself, just before we head on to the training proper. Before we head on to the training proper. All right. So, like I said, um, just a sec. All right, guys. So, okay. All right. I'm seeing a lot of persons from Lagos. You guys are welcome. Think we have 14 persons, so it's fluctuating. Anyway, okay, so welcome to today's class. Right, my name is Bright, like I earlier said, and I'm based here in Lagos. I'm a graduate of communication. I hold a master's degree still in communication, and plus or minus. Aside from what I do, I primarily started my journey as a creative designer. Right, so back then you'd design for survivor. You know what I mean? Design to get money, to foot bills, to do some of those necessary stuff. But as God's grace keeps shining, God's direction and His mercy, there've been upgrades, there've been graduation, there've been shifts, there've been expansion, and you move from a point where you do the things you do because you need to survive to doing them because you feel like doing them. I don't know if anybody understand what I just said. Okay, if you don't get it, it's fine. Maybe when you think about what I just said later on, it will be clear to you, right? So God has been faithful, and my my contact or my interaction, or yeah, basically my contact with trading in the financial markets started plus or minus 5 years ago, and it's been an amazing journey. And whenever I have the opportunity to talk to people, whenever I'm privileged to stand before people, I always tell people that one of the best things that you can ever do to yourself is to master the act of trading, right? Master the art of trading. There are a lot of benefits that singular skill can give you. There are a lot of benefits that singular skill can do to you. My mentor would always say that every trader is an endangered species. If you're a trader, you're an endangered species. What that means is you are dangerous. People should be scared of people should be scared of every trader. If you see a trader, anybody that trades and really know what they are doing, people should be scared of them, because as a trader you are an endangered species. And I'll tell you, part of the things that come with being a trader, it gives you the ability to create wealth, right? It gives you that leverage. It gives you that leverage to create wealth. You can print money from anywhere you are in the world. It sounds crazy, but that's the reality. You can actually print money from anywhere in the world. You can make money from your comfort zone. um to a large extent, being a trader can make you lazy. Yes, being a trader can really make you lazy, right? I'm just giving you a prologue of what it entails to journey this part just before you know we dive into the training proper. I'm just giving you a prologue, right? So being a trader can make you lazy. And what does that mean? That means that because at a point in time, you get to master the routine, right? You get to master the routine of being a trader. When I mean routine, you get to master the fact that you just have to sorry about my lighting. I actually don't enjoy having so much light everywhere, you know, just to preserve, I don't enjoy the whole. I just need it mild. So long as you can see me, that's fine. All right. So if you are just joining the class, do well to tell me where you are joining from. I would love to know. Yeah. And then, so like I said, being a trader it can make you lazy in a way because um you get to master a certain kind of routine. The routine where because you've learned, because you're good at what you do, you can go through the charts. You can effortlessly spot what the market is going to do. You know how to react to the market, coupled with the level of psychology you have built, right, as being a trader, and your understanding of what we call risk management. These things together makes it easy for you to spot where an opportunity is in the market. Having spotted the opportunity, you can place your buy, your sell, and you make money. Now, if you are very new to Forex, some of the things I just said might be very complicated, especially when I mention buy and sell. But don't worry. In the course of this training, I'm going to be explaining many of these things, right? So this is one training that shouldn't be free. Aha. But anyway, um, we are here now, right? So I'm going to present. I'm going to share my screen shortly. Yeah. So being a trader can actually make you a lazy person. But I don't know how many of you would love this level of laziness. How many people would love this level of laziness? So no, I'm telling you up front that what you are signing up for has the power to make you lazy. So I don't know if you want to be lazy. If you want to be lazy, if you want this level of laziness, you can just type in the comment. Let me know that I'm not shoving down your throat something you are not signing up for. Right? Let me be sure that what you are. All right, favor said as long as this laziness, yes, that's the crazy part of it, you know. And the beautiful thing about this, it gives you an avenue to properly allocate your time, right? So it makes you in control, it gives you power over your time. Some people want to be lazy today. The laziness that bring money is sweet. I love the energy in the room. Okay, all right, that's good. So this trading is going to I'm breaking the training into two categories, right? Um, so the training is going to last. We're going to have a training tomorrow, right? So today and tomorrow, because of the kind of things I want to teach you. Okay, this is something that you shouldn't learn um like that. Do you understand? But because I'm going to teach you in 2 days. So I can't teach you in a day. I don't want you to run mad. All right. Anyway, but because of the stuffs I'm going to be teaching you, so we're breaking it in 2 days, right? So we'd have our class tomorrow, but the first version of our class is what we're going to be having now. right? And then in the course of this class, I'll be going very very quick, and but then you'll be able to catch up with me. So ensure that you have your writing materials, and ensure that your ears are open, your eyes are wide open, and you are eager to learn. You have to be very very eager to learn, right? You have to be very eager to learn. Okay. You have to be very eager to learn. All right, so I'll share my screen when I need to. Okay. Okay, all right. So let's start the class. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you before I start breaking down the necessary things you should learn, the first question I'm going to ask you is there anybody here that has ever traded before? You've attempted forex trading. You've attempted forex trading on a live account, not on a live account, right? So I'm just checking through the comment now. Has anybody attempted forex trading on a live account? Prior to now, you've probably one time at some point in your journey you tried forex trading on a live account. Okay, I have Jimmy. Okay, I have some traders here. Oh my god. Okay, you traded a cent account. Okay. So those of you that have traded before, what's the journey like? What's the what's your experience? This person said I have Coinbase accounts which I recently used for a business. I don't understand. All right, I'm seeing. I say Omo Itof. My God, Itof is it Itof? Really? Heartbreaking. Well, breakfast. So the market served you breakfast. Brutal. As much as I want to, I don't. Oh my God. All right. When I teach or talk to people about forex trading, part of the things I love doing is to get to sample people's experience, right? I like to sample people's experience and know, okay, have you been there? What was your experience like? But then this is something I love telling people. I'll say it anywhere and I'll say it any day. Forex is easy, but it's not simple, right? You can want to repeat it if you want to. Forex is easy, but it's not simple. And I'll tell you, you might be a little bit you might be wondering what I mean. Forex is easy but not simple. What it means is that when I say forex is easy, it means forex is a possibility, but it's not simple, which means it's not entirely ABC. You have to go through a process, a phase. There are phases you go through. And the first phase is what you are in, the learning phase. Do you understand now? So Forex is easy but not simple. There are phases you must pass through. And need I tell you that so many persons that actually get involved in Forex trading and actually end up having a very terrible experience, this is a result of them getting involved in it by themselves. Do you understand? Now, one of the reasons why this class is actually running now and there's so much publicity about it is because part of my my goal is to help as many people out there that would want to become financially free in 2026. You don't get to start making those plans in 2026. The signs and the preparations you put in place to attain that level of financial shifts would start in 2025, right? And that was the first motivation towards this. And something beautiful happened while the plans and preparations were being made. Dr. Val, because I know that there are a number of you here, you probably have joined this training via SWAT, right? Via Dr. Val. And Dr. Val, a very sweet and amazing father, reposted this flyer we had put out, and that singular gesture actually made a lot of people get to know about what is happening. And I believe there are a lot of you that came from SWAT. Now, if you're from SWAT, just type SWAT in the comments. Just type SWAT in the comment section, because I know I have a lot of brothers and sisters from SWAT, and so we all are here, right? So while we are doing that, I just want to give a big shout out to Dr. Val for that very huge gesture of love. And for every one of you that came across the program and you also deemed it fit to invite friends, I saw a lot of referrals, and I'm also glad to see these things. But in all these things, what this teaches me is that a lot of people are willing to change their financial status, right? To change the level of their finances. First, it starts with a conceived desire to change your finances, to have a better experience. I mean, years back, years back, before getting to trade, and there were things I primarily would struggle to get. Do you understand? Very basic things, some of them not necessarily so basic, but you just struggle to get these things. For example, a phone. You want to get a phone and for you to get a phone, you have to lose the phone you are using. Either you To get a better value, you have to sell your phone first, then you stay phoneless for a while, probably to add your money up to buy what you need. I don't know if you know that experience. If you know that experience, thumbs up, right? We've been there. There are basic things you need to sort out, but then you know that it's not right. But getting to trade and having to do these things, getting this exposure, acquiring these skills makes it easy to live life, right? So I can confidently tell you, I can't tell you how much I've made being a trader before I start working and looking back now. So I don't want to be walking on the road and I'm looking back. So I'm not going to give you that information, but I can boldly and confidently tell you that living life has become way easier than it used to be before acquiring this skill. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, let's get into the subject of today's training: Forex. What is Forex? Now, that's the big question. What is Forex? What is Forex? What is Forex? If you don't understand what Forex actually means, then every other part of the training would actually be so sketchy for you. So, what exactly is Forex? Let's start with that. What is Forex? Now, Forex is an abbreviation, right? It's an abbreviation. If you ever attended my previous training, I think I spoke on that, and I'll just buttress that again here. Forex simply means foreign exchange, so it's an abbreviation. It's a combination of two words: foreign and exchange. Now, for forex to be forex, there must be an exchange. Do you get the point? There must be an exchange. And what are you really exchanging? Are you exchanging shoe for bag? Are you exchanging school bag for toothpaste? Are you exchanging rice for busy for is it agbado and ewa? Do you understand? What exactly are we exchanging? We are exchanging currencies. We are exchanging currencies. We are exchanging currencies, right? So it's either you are exchanging the US dollar for the Japanese yen, or you are exchanging the Great British pounds for the Canadian dollar. You would definitely have to exchange something. It's only Nigeria It's only Nigeria we exchange naira for naira. I read a book. Excuse me. I read a book and a man said Nigeria is a very funny country. Nigeria is the only country where you use naira to buy naira. All right, so it's only Nigeria you exchange naira for naira. You go to an event, you have to buy. Oh my God, the Lord help our country. Amen. Amen. All right, but they have to be an exchange. Does that make sense to you now? So I'll need to tell you that in the forex markets, some of you now after this training, you would want to start your journey and you've saved up some $200 somewhere and you want to start your journey. Now let me tell you something you should know. An average of 7.5 trillion dollars, right, is exchanged in the market. An average of 7.5 trillion dollars gets exchanged daily. Now, when you talk about forex is one part, is one session of the financial market. You hear people say, oh, I trade the financial market. There are various aspects to the financial market. The financial market is not just forex alone. Forex is, however, the larger part or the largest part. So forex have the largest chunk of the financial market. But the financial market has other sections. There are other aspects to the financial market, right? So probably you've ever heard of stocks. If you've ever heard of stocks, right? Someone say, oh, I bought some stocks or I trade stocks or stock. Stocks, the part of the financial market. Now we have bonds. Government gives bonds. Bond market, right? Now we have bond. Now there's a very popular one. When I mention it, you love it. Probably you know it and you'll be excited. Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is one part of the financial market, right? I know some of you have a lot of cryptocurrency in your wallet. You are waiting for that, right? You bought those. I saw you when you were buying. I saw you people. Somebody was talking about Coinbase. I saw all of you. Anyway, the cryptocurrency market is a part of the financial market, right? So, but in all these things I have just discussed, the forex market is the largest part with an average of 7.5 trillion, not billion, trillion. That means that there is so much money to go around. Now, let me tell you one beautiful thing about forex. If you walk into the markets, let's say you walk into maybe for those of you in Lagos, you walk into Computer Village, or for those of you in another part of Lagos, we have the Alaba market, or probably you are based in Abuja. You have those I don't know, is it? I mean, Abuja people, your markets, right? Now, if you walk into a place or a line where they sell phones, let's say they sell iPhones, you walk into that place where they sell iPhones. Now, for you to buy iPhone from one person, it means another person is not selling. You don't understand? So let's say the market opens today. My friend and I, we walk into that section, that line where they sell iPhones, and we buy two iPhones, one for me, and he bought his. We buy this iPhone from the same vendor. Now let's say there are 4 people in that line, and we buy from the same vendor. We buy 2 iPhones from the same vendor. That means that 3 other vendors did not sell. Do you understand now? So 3 other vendors didn't sell. They didn't sell. All right. But then it's not like that in forex. Forex, if we have actually there are about 23 persons on the call, it means that if the 23 of us become profitable forex traders, all 23 persons would be making money regularly, getting your steady payouts, and all 23 persons would be happy. So it means that on a single day, all 23 persons can make money. So in forex, I don't have to lose as a trader for you to actually win. There's $7.5 trillion enough to go around. Now, what does this tell you? It tells you that Your money and my money does not move the market. There are people that play in the forex space, and we call them the big guys. So they are the big guys of the industry, and these guys are the hedge funds, the banks, these big financial institutions. They are the ones that move the money, move the market. So your $1, $2 does not count. So when you see a trader that gets into trading, and suddenly you funded $100 account, and you've lost um you lost 50% of your account, and you are pained and angry, and you have 50% left. Instead of you to pause, right, take a break, you want to now trade your $50 remaining to recover your $100, and suddenly you are walking out of the market a nobody. I just put that illustration because I'm sorry, some persons here, you've had that experience, right? So, but then we'll get to that. But I'm just trying to say that the market does not really know you came, right? The market does not know you. It's so big a market. Now, let me explain practically what forex means so that you understand it as someone who has barely any knowledge about it. Because I know a lot of you here, you don't know anything about forex. You probably heard the word forex. It has resounded, oh, forex, 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 forex. People are making money, forex, and you want to understand how forex works. Forex can be complicated or complicating or very, very somehow, depending on who you are hearing or learning from. Now, let me explain to you what forex means, and I'm going to use a very popular illustration, very popular, but it does the job. And so let me say that, let me give you that illustration. Now, take for instance, you are traveling. So you're leaving your location. Those of you in Abuja, there's an airport close to you. You leave your location and you are traveling just to Canada. I mean, everybody in Nigeria, most Nigerians wants to go to Canada. So we use Canada as an illustration. You're traveling to Canada, right? And you boarded the flight, everything has been sorted, and you land in Canada. Now you're in Canada, you just landed the Canadian airport, right? You just touched the soil and you're happy, right? And then let's say you're supposed to spend a week there in Canada. While you boarded, when you landed, you went to pick your luggage, and you wanted to book a taxi. In the course of these things, remember, you can't spend naira in Canada. So you got to Canada, you before leaving for Canada, you've already changed your money, you've changed it. So you've changed from naira to Canadian dollar, and then you got to the airport, Canadian airport, you've got your luggage. Now you're booking a taxi and you want to head to Ontario. Okay. Now, in the course of this exercise, you suddenly bump into an old classmate. And your old classmate, let me look for one name in the comments. All right. And your old classmate says, hey, Favor, how far? Hi there, guy, what's up? And all those things. What's they find? You know, I'm, I came for this, and this. He said, so good to have you, my bro. I didn't even think we'll reconnect again. If I didn't know what's up, your bills are on me, expense are on me. Don't spend a dime. I'm going to take care of you. This is my way of saying thank you for being a good guy while we were in school way back. And the pleasure is all mine. Go ahead. Now your friend covers for your taxi, takes you to a hotel that is just close to his residence, and pays for that hotel for you. He lodges you for that 1 week you spend in Canada. And for your lunch, breakfast, and dinner, you actually just need to take a stone to just stroll from your hotel room to his house, because he and his family are so happy to have you, and they actually want to spend the bit of the moment they have with you. And so, feeding, lunch, everything, you didn't have to buy anything, you didn't have to trouble McDonald's, nothing, right? You had your they catered for your expenses. You did everything you came to Canada to do. And while you are going back, this friend of yours decided to also drop you off at the airport. You boarded your flight, and now you are back to Nigeria. Touchdown Abuja. Now you are back to Nigeria, and you want to now, you realize that in the course of this trip, I had 1,000 Canadian dollar, right? And I didn't even need to spend it. Now you go back to the bureau de change, and you are changing your Canadian dollar back to naira. Now, a week ago, before you left for Nigeria, you actually the equivalent of 1,000 Canadian dollar was 500,000 naira. So you actually converted 500,000 naira to give you 1,000 Canadian dollar. For example, right? In fact, let me use something that's actually no. So 1,000 Canadian dollar actually costed you 1 million naira. Let's just keep it like that because this is our naira, eh? If you know. Now it actually cost you 1 million naira, and then now you are back, you are done everything, and you go back to this Abuki and say, Abuki, how far? This my naira, Canadian dollar. I didn't even use it. All right, change it back to naira. In the space of 7 days, from when you left Nigeria to when you actually came back, the value of Canadian dollar had risen, right? The value had risen. So your 1 million naira, your 1,000 Canadian dollar, you went to change it, and Aboki is now giving you 1.2, and you're like, what happened? Say, that time you came to buy, the value for 1,000 Canadian dollar was 1 million naira as a when you bought it, but now you are selling it. The value of the money has gone up because the naira had depreciated, you know, and you are getting 1.2 m. That singular exercise leaves you with 200,000 naira extra. So you have your 1 million and you now have 200,000 naira extra. That singular act is Forex. So those guys that change currencies, you know them, they are actually Forex traders too. But the difference is they are trading physical currency. So they are doing their interaction physically on site, right? But you you will do yours online. All right, I'm saying okay, I'm understanding it. Great. All right, I'm glad. Okay, right? Are we together now? So that act is Forex. Now, so when you hear people say things like, "Oh, Forex is a scam," you begin to wonder what part of Forex is a scam. I don't know if you hear people say, "Oh, Forex is a scam." You just wonder how. Now, as a Forex trader, your for you to now understand how well to play in this space, there are certain things you need. That is knowledge. You need to have knowledge. You need to understand technical analysis. That means that your ability to predict or react to the market using previous price actions, right? So you become an analyst, and that means that you have to have a knowledge of, we'll get there, the charts, right? We'll get there. Let me not give you so much that you can swallow just at once. Okay, now, and having said that, technical analysis plays a role, right? um there's the fundamental analysis, the sentimental analysis. These are things that help you. Do you understand? I mean, for example, let me give you a quick example. How many of you notice that before October, the dollar to naira was trading somewhere around 1,500, and then we came to 1,500, 1,520, 1,550, 1,000. I think the last physical dollar I had to change, I changed it at the rate of, I think, 1,572, right? 1,572. Now, this is um November. Now, from October, late September, October, the dollar to naira fell. You would notice that. Let me show you guys now. Let me see. So let's do, what is the dollar What is the dollar to naira rate today? Now, just from Google, right? From Google, if you punch that in, you will see that the dollar to naira rate is 1,441 as that now. Okay, markets are closed, so by Monday there would probably be a new rate. But this was not the rate as at August. This was not the exchange rate as at June. So what really happens? Every now let me give you this one as a free bonus tip. Okay, every ember month, the the rate of the dollar in Nigeria always fall. Always. Every ember month, the rate of the dollar to naira, the dollar would always fall to the naira. Why? It means that when we get to this period in the year, those your friends, family, folks, lovers outside the country are considering returning back to probably spend Xmas with family. It means that in the country Nigeria, there will be so much circulation of dollar. So there will be more dollar in the country. This means that I hope you know that scarcity increases price. So for price to go up, there must be a level of scarcity. So scarcity increases price. So, but then when there is more dollar in circulation, it means that the value of the dollar will drop. That means that every ember month, it is sure that dollar will drop. What does this tell you? It means that if you ever want to buy dollar for reservation, if you ever want to trade forex physically, the best times to buy the dollar is during November, December, because it's going to fall. So if you buy the dollar at 1,441, now let's do a quick math, even though I don't like maths. But in case you don't like maths, you can still trade forex. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me be your living proof. All right. So let's use the rate of 1,441. So let's say you have, let me use 5 million. Let's say you have 5 million. And as we speak now, you want to invest in dollar, right? Buy some dollar and keep, because of this information, this intelligence I just gave you now. You now say, I have 5 million, let me buy some dollar and retain. Okay. Now, if you do that, you will be getting about $3,469 in your possession with 5 million naira. Now, when you buy it now and you hold it, now by February, ending of January, February, the rates are up, and dollar is now selling for 1.5, for example. Or let's say, let's say 1.5, because by then let's say 1,550. Now remember, we're able to acquire $3,469, right? So then we'll say 3,469 by 1,550. It means that if you invest 5 million naira now to buy dollar and you hold it and the price of dollar gets to 1,550, you would have recovered your 5 million with an additional 376,000 naira. There is no bank, home or abroad, that can ever give you such ROI in your investment. Instead, they take from you. Now, what would it cost you to do this? It only cost you to hold your dollar for how long? November, December, January, February, 3 months. Now, that is Forex. That is foreign exchange. It's as simple as that. Okay. So now, what do you do? With the information, it means that every December price will fall. That is an information that you need. So in case you hear things like, okay, this country is fighting war, or US is coming against this country, for example, it just gives you a signal that the finance of this country will be weak. These are signals, these are information you act on to trade. But we'll come to that. Are we together? Are you getting value? If you are, just type value in the comments. So I needed to lay a foundation on what forex is, so that you would have a holistic understanding of what you are getting yourself into. So if you're getting value, just type value. So profit is made in forex when you exchange your currency for another country currency. So for profit to be made, there must be an exchange. Okay, there must be an exchange. Now somebody will begin to wonder, okay, so Bright, how am I supposed to buy dollar now, or I'll give you I'll give you an in-depth explanation as to that. Okay, I'm seeing that a lot of you are gaining value. All right. Um, so that's just, now let me give you an understanding of what's um the difference. Now I see a lot of people say things interchangeably. They say things like, some people confuse trading for investment. I hear people say, oh, I'm a forex investor. I don't know if you have heard anything like that. We like that investor. I'm an investor. I'm a forex investor. And many people don't want to say they are forex traders. Now, let me just separate those two concepts. Being an investor is not being a trader, and being a trader is not being an investor. And you can't invest in forex, right? You can't invest in forex. You can only trade forex. Now, but there's an aspect to it you find happen where people would invest in a trader. So you invest in a trader, but primarily there must be an exchange. And so long as that exchange is going to take place, that's trading. Now, let's talk about practically, how then do you approach the markets? There are four. There are four trading sessions. So from now, this is how the forex market works. 7 days in a week. The forex market does not work 7 days in a week. The forex market works 5 days in a week. So out of your 7 days, the market operates 5 days. Now, in these 5 days, Monday to Friday, there are four sessions. And what are these sessions? We have what we call the London session. We have what we call the Sydney session. Okay, let me spell it out to you the way they roll, the way they unveil, right? We have the Sydney session. After the Sydney session, we have the Tokyo session. After the Tokyo session, we have the London session. After the London session, we have the US session. So I'll just pause a bit for those of you that are probably writing. So we have the London, Tokyo, we have the Sydney, we have the Tokyo, we have the London session, and we have the US session. Many of the things I'm going to be teaching you today would require you to just write and listen to understand. It is the understanding you are getting today that would become relevant tomorrow. Okay. So now the Sydney session opens between 22 GMT to 6 GMT. The Tokyo session opens between 24 GMT to 8 GMT. Okay, I should go through the sessions again. We have the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, and the US session. Okay, how many of you can see my screen? These are points where I have to now write. So we have the okay, I think let me check. Okay, let me bring it on stage. All right, so we have the Sydney. I hope you guys can see my screen. I think some people, it's like you guys are seeing my screen in batches. Hey, some people are seeing it today. Some people are seeing it 5 minutes later. Whichever way you're going to see the screen. Okay. Which one is different tone session? Favor. It's different trading session. No? So I hope you guys can see what I have on the screen. Whoosh. My God. Just a sec. Mm. Ah, all right. Just a sec. I'm trying to calculate something. 4 hours. So these are the various time zones, right? These are the various time zones. So take note of this. Now, when exactly is the best trading session that someone would want to find out? So, all right, guys, yeah. Now let's get to it. So you would want to find out, okay, when is the best trading session to actually come into the market. Now these sessions I just will have displayed on the screen. It means that the market is going to be open 247. Now what does that mean? You can see 22 GMT, right? So from 22 GMT to 6 GMT, the Sydney trading session is going to be open. That should be somewhere around like 10 p.m. Do you get, like 10 p.m. to like 5 thereabout. But while that is happening, the Tokyo session opens at 12, right? Tokyo session opens at 12, and that Tokyo session is going to run till like 8 in the morning. While Tokyo session is the Tokyo market is closing at 8, the London is opening. That 8, the market is running till like 4. While that is happening, somewhere around 1, 2, the US session comes on and runs till like 10. By that 10, the Sydney session opens again and runs again. So you understand that's how the market runs in chain till the market close for the week on a Friday. Now, it's very much easy to be a forex trader in Nigeria because the way the Nigerian time zone works, it kind of favors anybody living in Nigeria. And I'll give an illustration. The best sessions to trade. Now you can trade any of these sessions, right? You can trade any of these sessions, but the best sessions to trade are primarily the London session and the US session. Now, for the London and the US session, these are active sessions that run between 9 to 5. So just the same way you go to work, right? The same way you go to work and you are in the office 9 to 5, you close by 5, you come back. Now, actively, these are the two active, the best sessions, and these two sessions are actively working during our day. So when you are sleeping, is when Asian session is on, when Sydney session is on. That's when we are sleeping. That's when we will, that's when we will sleep. Okay. Um. So these are the best sessions to actually actually trade. Now let's consider what we trade during these sessions. We trade currency pairs, right? Currency pairs, and originally they are about 8 currencies that are actively traded, right? There are 8 currencies that are actively traded. But let's consider what these currency pairs all entail. So I'm going to be telling you something you should learn. It's called the quote and the base currency. The quote and the base currency. Let me take these off my screen. Okay? All right. Let's learn the quotes and now remember I told you that currencies are traded in pairs, right? And for you to actually trade, you must be exchanging your currency against another currency. Okay. Um it's actually the base and quote currency. So you must be trading your currency against another currency. Now, if you are familiar with, if you've come to the corridor of Forex before now, you probably have seen something like this: Euro USD, or you must have seen something like this: USD JPY, or you must have seen something like this: GBP CAD, right? UJ, GC, and all of that. Now, so what does this mean? It's simply the combination of um the euros and the US dollar. The euros and the US dollar. USD JPY means the United States dollar and the Japanese yen. Okay. Now I told you that we have originally we have eight major currencies, and they are euro, euro, USD, GBP, CAD. Okay, let me write it this way. One, two, three, four, five, six. New Z. Hey, how this country spelling just disappear now? Please forgive any typos. We'll address that later. So we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So there should be one more. Okay. Swiss franc. All right. And these currencies, their abbreviations is we have CHF. So in case you hear me say, oh, NZD, you will not be asking me, We have JPY, we have CAD, we have AUD, we have GBP, we have USD. I know people like this one. Right? Now, these currencies are these are like the major guys in the market. There are also some other currencies. Oh, do you understand? For example, now there is we have rand. How many of you know rand? Rand is South African's currency. Let it not look like. Let it not look like. Let me add one more currency. We have naira. We have the naira. You've seen it in bank. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we have the naira. You can actually trade the naira on the forex market. Yes, you can trade naira. There's rand. Some of all those you understand. There's ruble too. You can trade Russian ruble. All those, yeah. But these eight pairs are like the frequently traded pairs, and so we'll just stick with them. Okay. Now, having said this, let's now see. Um, as a forex trader, there are some terminologies you need to learn, especially as regarding these pairs. Okay, so for euro now, there's a name for it. If I tell you, I'm longing euro or I'm holding euro, if I don't want to sound that way so that someone does not really get the the whole communication I'm trying to pass across to you, so you call euro fiber, right? So their nicknames. Okay, so for dollar we call dollar what? Very popular, buck, 10 bucks. You know those terms now where we're using. What is wrong with this paint? You better coordinate. Bucks. Hey, Sabi. Now for GBP, like it's always said, the only currency that has a surname, behold thy surname, sterling. So if I don't want to say pounds, I'll say sterling. Okay. For Australian dollar, we call it Aussie. 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 That's AUD. That's the nickname is Aussie. Okay. Then we have Loonie. Loonie is for Canada. Loonie is for Canadian dollars. So, sorry, my bad. Loonie. Then let me touch on this. New Zealand dollar, we have Kiwi. You. All right, guys. For CHF, that's Swiss franc. The nickname is Sweezy. Sweezy. All right. So Japanese yen does not have a nickname, but when they give it one, I'll update you guys. Okay. Now these are currency pairs. So I hope you've taken this down. I'm going to let me reduce this again. All right. So now we have what we call the base and the quote currency. Now, when we when we put together these currency pairs are just listed here, these eight currency pairs, when we put them together, we would have 28 different currencies to trade with. We'll have 28 different currency pairs. That means we will now have things like we'll now have things like euro, euro card. You understand? That's euros and Canadian dollars. We have GBP, JPY. That is British, that's Great Britain pounds and the Japanese yen. Do you understand? So when we put these eight currencies together, we would have 28 currency pairs to trade with. All right. Um, okay. All right. So I'm about cleaning this. I hope I can go ahead. Where's the this thing? I hope you can see the screen. I hope you guys are I hope you are, hope you are following. Okay. Are we good to go? Following, sir. Okay. How about others? Those of you following, let me know. Should we fly? Sorry. Should we continue? Okay. I'm saying no value, only sell for life. I'm not sure I got that comment. All right, good guys. So now let's take it a step further. Now, I just told you about the currency pairs, right? And I told you that we have eight major currencies, and we have now. Don't mix it up. They are currencies and they are currency pairs. We have we have eight we have eight major currencies, then 28 currency pairs. I hope that's clear. Good. So, having mentioned that, now there's something we need to know is what a base and quote currency is. I've successfully erased. Thank you. Now, let's take, for example, this currency I'm about to type is the most traded. The most traded currency out there is what I'm about to type. Euro USD. Now let me break it. So with what we have on the screen, Euro USD is a combination of two currencies, euros and United States dollar. And so we would now take this to be base. Let's take this down. Now this is going to be base, or let me put it here. Now this quotes currency. This is quotes. Now the base currency is the currency, the stronger currency, like the main currency. So the base currency is the main currency, and the quote currency is the currency you are exchanging against. So it's either you are using your euros to buy dollar at a certain rate, or you are selling your euros for dollar. So the main currency is the base currency, and then the quote currency is the one you're exchanging for, right? So you just need to know these things, okay? You just need to have this foundational knowledge of how the currency pairs are, that gives us Euro USD. Now let's talk about the three categories of um, the three currency category we have. The currency pairs. These pairs, they are in three categories. We have the major pairs, we have the minor pairs, and we have the exotic pairs. Okay. Now let's see. I hope I can erase the board. So if you're making your screenshots, or okay, yeah, I believe you're writing. So yeah. Now let's talk about. All right. Okay. Now the now we have the major pairs, the minor pairs, and the exotic pairs. So what are the major pairs? The major pairs are basically pairs that have that contain USD, right? You know the US dollar is like the king of the most traded. So pairs that pairs with USD, for example, I think I mentioned some of them. Euro, USD, GBP, USD, Euro, um, GBP, USD, USD, and USD, CHF. So pairs with USD. All right, let me stretch this a little. Okay. Now, for the minor pairs, like you can just easily guess. Hmm? Hmm? Is there at the back there? Pairs without USD, but still contain some of the major, some of the most traded currencies, right? So pairs that they don't have USD in it, but they contain at least one out of the three most traded currencies. That is the JPY, the GBP, and the euros. Right? So let me give you an example. We have Euro card, we have AUDNZD, we have GBP card. Okay. This my paint app, eh? I know they undo. All right. I don't know my mouse. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, all right, all right. Now for exotic pairs are basically pairs that are crossing the major currency pairs. Let me put like this now. If I let me read what I have here. These are pairs that cross okay, any of the major currencies with currencies from developing countries. So if we say USDNZ, sorry, USDNGN, that's simply an exotic pair because it's you are pairing the naira, you are pairing the dollar with the naira. Or you say USD rand. Do you understand? So these are exotic pairs. Let me write that for you. Don't mind my. Oh, I hope this camera is still. I hope this camera is still. Not my feet. All right, all right. Okay, so let's look at it. So so when we have something like this, like I rightly said, exotic pairs are just those pairs that when you put together a major pair with when you put together a major pair with a developing country. hmm So that's what gives us the exotic pairs. All right. So let's look at. Let me wipe this off. All right. So let's look at the words, the keywords, the terminologies that are used in the forex industry. You would always come across these terminologies, always. Okay, and let me explain them to you so you don't get confused. So you don't get confused, right? Quickly, let's talk about them. So there are certain words that would always repeat itself. You would always hear them. And what are these words? We have sell. So what does it mean to sell? Oh, I'm selling Euro USD. Or the market is selling. Say, what's the um direction of the market? Say it's selling. Selling how? What is it selling? Is it iPhone? It's selling. So let's look at these things. All right. So when the market is selling, you are basically saying that the market is falling. You are saying price is falling, right? When you say the market is buying, when you say buy, you mean price is rising. As simple as that. It's 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 going up, it's going down. Now this the sell and the buy. Now when we say long, the word long, the term long, I want to long the market. I'm longing GPP, JPY. I'm longing Eurocard. Longing means it's longing is another word for buy, right? So you are longing means you are buying. You are buying. Now I want to short the market. Oh, I'm shorting USD JPY. So it means you're selling it. Now there is this one that confuses people a lot. Bulls. Bulls. Oh, the market is bullish. The market is bullish. Or the bulls are in the market. Right? What does it mean? Or you can hear something like, have you heard bulls and bear? The market is bearish. Is bullish, is bearish. Now, let me give you a very simple illustration. When you see the animal bull, what does a bull do? You know, a bull has horns, right? A bull has horns, two horns. Now, what a bull does is the bull, you see those things you see on TV. Americans, they are displaying, I don't know, they will carry red cloths, you know those things. And then they release the bull. The bull will come after the person and he swings the cloth like this, swings the cloth like this, risk his life. The bull will carry him, fling him up. I don't just know. But you see those things. Good. Now you can see that a bull, when a bull attacks you, he uses his horn to pick you up. So when you say the market is bullish, what does it mean? The market is going up. Price is going up. Now, when a bear attacks you, a bear pounces on you. A bear wants to suffocate you, pounces on you, is bringing you down. That means the market is selling, is falling. And you hear this a lot in the crypto space. Ah, bullish is a bullish market, it's a bearish market. Okay, so that's what it means. So when you say the market is bullish, we're simply saying the market is rising. And when we say the market is bearish, it's falling. All right. Now, another thing you find is trend. Follow the trend. Follow the trend. Follow the trend. Follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Follow the trend. Don't trade against the trend. Decipher the market trend. And so, what exactly is trend? A trend simply means the overall direction of the market. And this is where a lot of people make mistakes, because when you see the chart, we'll go to charts and I'm going to show you that there are different time frames. We have the 1 minute, the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week. There are different. Now, the reason why a lot of traders make money or losses is because people find it hard. Is the way my leg is tossing this camera. Is because people find it hard to decipher the overall direction of the market. So if you don't know the overall direction of the market, you tend to take a selling position when the market is buying, or vice versa. So the trend simply means the overall direction of the market. If at all, where is the market heading to? When you know the overall direction of the market, then it becomes easy for you to, because I mean, somebody said forex should not be hard. The market can only move in two directions, at most three: up, down, or consolidate. So why is it difficult? Now it's difficult because some people don't know the overall trend of the market, right? So the trend simply means the overall direction of the market. Overall direction of the market. Aside from the trend, now we now have different kinds of trend. We have, let me show you some. Let me. Uh, we have the uptrend. we have the downtrend, we have the uptrend, we have the downtrend, right? So when you decipher the overall trend of the market, then you know what to do. You don't just fly fly inside the market like that. You fly out. Now let's talk about the downtrend. Now the downtrend means the market is selling. The overall direction of the market is downwards. The uptrend means the overall direction of the market is upwards, right? And then there's something again we call a ranging market. A ranging market is simply the market that is moving, it's neither moving up. A ranging market is not giving you a clear direction as to what price is doing. Let me share this part of my screen so you see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's look at what the market is doing here. All right. I believe you can see my screen. So let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, good. Good. Now, from what you can see, right? From what we have on screen, you can see that let's the market. Now, for those of you that don't know what you are seeing, if everything you are seeing here is strange, please bear with me. You would understand by and by. I, however, needed to just show you a pictorial representation of what I'm teaching you. Okay, so this is a chart. This is a chart. We call this the charts. And everything you see here is simply called candlesticks, but I'm not teaching you that now. So just take a look at what I'm showing you. From what we have here, you can see that there is a direction, and what we can see is that the movement on the screen is in a certain way. uh it's moving like this from here, like this. Can you see? So this is upward, it's going up. At least if it's confusing you, you did basic economics in school. Unless if I have, junior secondary school students here. If unless if not, you guys did basic economics. So you can see price is moving in a certain direction, and it's clearly upward. This is up, right? This is up. So when you say, oh, the market is, now what is the word to say the prices are going up? Bullish. When we say the market is bullish, this is what we are saying, that price is going up. Otilo, right? Upward. So price is going up. Now, mind you, market does not move in a straight line. Oh, market does not move in a straight line. But we'll come to those things. Now, upward. Now, let's come this way. Let's look at what we have here. I don't know why my mouse is a bit funny. Is the mouse shy? Okay. Uh, just hold on. I didn't log in with. I didn't log in with my. Let me log in. Please. All right. So take a look at what we have on the screen. What do you see? You will see that. Oh, you guys are following. Bullish, bullish, correct. I'm seeing your comments. You guys are really following. All right. So now you can see my light is a bit funny tonight. All right. So let's take a look. You can see that from here. You can see price went downwards. It's going down. What we see happening here, where price is going up, right? Unlike what we see happening here, the case is different here. Here, price is going downwards. Okay, price is going downward. What's the time? Oh, wow, we'll be wrapping up just about now. Price is going downwards. So this simply means that the market is bearish. The bears are in the market. And when the bears are in the market, what do? They take the price down. They are selling. So price is selling. It's a bearish market, right? It's a bearish market. And there are certain things you should know, or there are certain signs to observe, so you know, oh, the market is going to sell, or the market is going to buy. Now, I just needed to do that so that you understand, you know, right? Now, let's come to a broker. So, who is a broker? A broker is not somebody that don't have money. Oh. A broker is not a broke ass nigga. So, who is a broker? A broker is that intermediary. Of Okay, I think my network went somehow. All right. So if you guys are connected, please just let me know if you're following. If you're with me, let me quickly get something. Yeah, we're back. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right, guys. Yes. I hope my audio is back. I hope my audio is back. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Am I loud enough? I hope my audio is back. Okay, I think it's back. All right, all right, all right. Can we take one more? Can we conclude this? Okay, audio is back, right? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, who is a broker? Your broker or a broker is simply that third party that connects you, the forex trader, to the market. Okay, you have $200. You want to trade forex. You cannot just carry forex $200 and enter forex. Where is forex? Where is the door to forex? Where? Right? So your broker is that intermediary that connects you to the financial market, the forex market, enabling you to take your trade, right? And having said this, there's something called leverage. Now, a leverage is simply that how do I put it now? How do I have it here? Let me even uh so it's the ratio of equity offered to you by your broker. Now, if you check brokers, you will see something like 1:200. What it means is that if you have $1, your broker is going to represent your $1 as $200, right? Now, leverage has its advantages and its disadvantages. But basically, leverage is supposed to give you the ability to play in the market space. If you have, I told you that there an average of 7.5 trillion dollars is traded in the forex market daily. So if you have even your $1,000, they need a siam. So your broker has to give you leverage. What that leverage means is that your broker will represent your $1 as $200. So that means that if you have $1,000, it's possible your $1,000 can be represented like $200,000. That way, with your $1,000, your broker now adds on your $1,000, making your $1,000 appear as $200,000 in the market. So you have the purchasing power of someone that has $200,000, but you cannot collect the money and run away. Do you understand? So what your broker gives you leverage, and some brokers give leverage as high as 1 to 1,000. So that's what leverage means. Now let me conclude the class this night with this session, module 3. Now, what do I have here? The types of traders. The types of traders. Very important. Or let me say types of trading. There are different trading strategy. Okay? There are different trading styles. There are different trading styles. Just a sec. There are different trading styles. Now, what are these trading styles? We have what we call scalping. Okay, scalping. Now, for some people, now you see, your kind of trading style has a lot to do with your kind of personality. So, the kind of person you are would play a lot of role with the style you will trade. We have the scalpers, we have the day traders, we have the swing traders. Major three. Now, who is a scalper? A scalper is that trader that will come to the market and look at the market, does his technical analysis in line with the fundamentals and sentimental. He knows where the market is likely to react at. He can spot opportunities, and then his target is to get into the market in split minutes, 5 in split minutes, 5, 10, 15. He has made profit and is out of the market. That's a scalper. A scalper is not there to waste time. A scalper is someone that likes instant. Okay, I'm seeing a question. This broker, is it a human or a system? Now, so the broker is a system run by humans. So a broker is a company. A broker is like, they are brokerage companies, right? They offer brokerage services. So a company that connects you with the market. So it's like the bank of Forex. Now let's use an illustration. Let's say you have a family member in Afghanistan. You are in Nigeria, and this your family member in Afghanistan is stranded and needs help, financial support. You want to give this family member of yours $1,000. Do you now board a flight to Afghanistan to hand over that $1,000 to the person as per crisis relief, whatever? You have to use a bank. So you have to look for the bank that is represented in that region. You will pay to the bank, and the person's account is credited. The person goes to the bank and receives the $1,000 without having to meet you. That is what a broker does. So a broker is the Forex market bank. Now, how is a bank run? Is a bank a human or a system? Is a system run by humans? So I hope, right. Thank you. That was a brilliant question. Right. So let's go to where we are. Now there are three major kind of trading styles. We have the scalpers. Now the scalper is that person, or the trading style called scalping is that style that is very quick, very quick. You just want to take instant profit and leave the market. You don't care. You just need to take a certain amount of profit and you're off. And as a scalper, you wouldn't spend much time in the market. But then you have to observe the you understand? Now that's a scalper. It's quick. A scalper aims to make money from quick market movements. From market movements, you make your money, and a scalper is off the market. Now we have a day trader. A day trader is someone that your target is to observe the market and take your your execute your positions, and your target is that at the end of the day you'll be closing with certain amount of profits. So your profits, you're expecting your profits at the end of that day. It's not in split minutes. You are not trying to make profit off instant market actions, no, or price actions or market movement, no. You want to take profits at the end of the day. Do you understand? That's a scalper. That's a day trader. That's a day trader, right? Now, we now have the swing trader. The swing traders, this is the kind of trader that a swing trader is very patient. A swing trader can hold trades for for days. A swing trader can hold trade for 3 days, 4 days, 1 week. Sometimes the swing trader hold trades for weeks or months. A swing trader is patient. A swing trader is not trying to catch in on, they stay long in the market. Basically, a swing trader just stays very long in the market, right? Very, very long in the market. Is no. Now I remember I so that's the three categories, right, of trading. We have the scalpers, we have the swing traders, we have the scalpers, the day traders, and the swing traders. Now let me talk to you about something I already initially talked about. I told you about technical analysis. Now there are three major types of market analysis. Okay, and we have the technical analysis, we have the fundamental analysis, and we have the sentimental analysis. When you talk about the technical analysis basically is you utilizing your knowledge of the charts, the candlesticks, the charts, to make right decisions, to predict. Now, fundamental analysis is you using your knowledge of the news and reports and happenings to make market decisions. I told you that Ember month dollar will always fall. That intelligence I have given you is called fundamental analysis. With that, you know that you can invest in the dollar and you expect this to happen, right? That's fundamental analysis. Now, the sentimental analysis, you're talking about you taking your trades or making your taking your positions based off on the behavior of other market players. So you're only taking a decision based on what you know other market players would react to. So you're using their data to okay. All right, so by tomorrow we'll be learning. Tomorrow's class will be more in depth, because I will be showing you things you should understand. For example, you can see that I basically did not say anything about the charts, right? I only had to show you the up the bullish and the bearish trend. But I didn't say things about the chart. Now tomorrow we're going to learn about the chart. When you look at the chart, there are different things you are seeing there. So what are the most relevant things? Why is there red? Why is there green? Why does some of the red look different? Some of the greens look different. These are things that, how do you, you know, and spread, lot size. There are a number of things I'll be showing you tomorrow. Okay. Uh, so but for today, we'll be drawing a curtain at this junction so that those of you going to church, you can go to church, you can prepare for church, and those of you, having other. But then tomorrow, our class will kick off and would look at the other aspect to it, the aspect that make it hands-on, the practical aspect of our learning. So I needed to lay the foundation of Forex for you today so that you will not be lost when we start talking. So someone will not be asking me, sir, what is long? Hey, don't do that here. Anyway, guys, so that's what's going to be happening. Now, tomorrow's class is going to be very, very intense, extremely intense from the start to the finish, and I'm going to be a lot more faster. So ensure you don't miss tomorrow's class. Don't be late now, because if you are late, you would not catch up what we are learning. I hope that makes sense to you, right? So if you've received value, if you enjoyed the class today and it's worth your time, can you just write value? Just type in value in the comments. I think we still have about 14, 13, 14 persons. Okay, I'm seeing some questions. Explain, explain more about scarcity. Scarcity. Okay. Scarcity basically talks about lack or unavailability. Now, when something is everywhere, the the value reduces. For example, wisdom is valued because foolishness is common. It's not easy to see a wise person, it's common to see a foolish person, right? So when something is, the reason why gold is expensive is because you don't find gold everywhere. But granite, you find granite everywhere. So granite, you cannot have granite and somebody's paying you $1,000 for one granite. But you pay because gold is not everywhere, right? So scarcity means unavailability. And when something is not available or is not easily accessed, the value becomes, yeah. All right, I'm seeing your comments. Value, value, so much value tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So when ensure you come to the class tomorrow with your questions. I would love to treat them. Through the I'm just going through the comments to know if I skipped anything. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right, guys. So remember, as a trader, you're an endangered species. Do all you can to master the skill. It starts with one step at a time, and you're already on the right path. I'm going to start the class early tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Come early, come ready, and pay attention. Tomorrow's class is going to be pretty intense, so don't miss it for anything. And I'll see every one of you tomorrow. Right? It's good to do this with you. We'll continue tomorrow. God bless each and every one of you. Do have an amazing night rest, and bye.